Peace, peace, peace. Glad to have you back. Well, as you know, I'm Juice Winner, and this is Esoteric Daydreams, the awakening, where this secret knowledge, man, is not going to be secret once you understand what I'm telling you, right? So all of the games that they plan on you will be over. That's the objective, to free you from the game, right? To make you truly sovereign, as people would say, right, and give you free independence, you would have to understand the game. So anyway, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live or drop new content just like now. Now we're still continuing with Zedekiah, right? So now we're gonna this is another short one. All of these are really kind of like short little pockets, right? So this right here, we're just gonna cover, the calendar and these type of things and these, pockets like the Mormons, and show how this movement, this British movement, is able to move under the without being watched. Right? The Babylonian Chronicles gives 2 Adar, which is 16th of March, right, 597 BC, as the date that Nebuchadnezzar captured Jerusalem. At the time, Nebuchadnezzar disposed King Jetrian and installed Zedekiah, right? Jetrini's uncle, in his place. Zedekiah, installed as king by Nebuchadnezzar, can therefore be firmly dated to the early spring of 597 BC. So you're saying, like, yeah, so why is that important? Why? Because as we get into the description also of when we think of Jesus, right, and the debate of when he was born, it wasn't the winter time, it was in spring. So again, we see the spring effect. But on this one, it's saying in the March, right? Right. Historically, there has been considerable controversy over the date when Jerusalem was captured the second time and Zedekiah's reign came to an end. There is no dispute about the month. It was the summer month of Tammuz, Jeremiah 52:6. Now, as we know, like I said, I did a whole show on Tammuz and Damuzi, right? And we break down the calendar, and this is the month of revolution, right? Of change, basically. The problem has been to determine the year. It was noted above that Albright preferred 587 BC, and Dowler advocated, 586 BC. And this division among the scholars has persisted until the present time, as Zedekiah's years are as accession counting, whereby the years he came to the throne was considered his 0 year, and his first year in office, 597, 596, was counted as year 1. Zedekiah elevated year in 11th year, the year the city fell would be 587, 586, since Judean regional years were measured from Tashiri in the fall, right? So the way they did their calendar year, it started in the fall, right? This replaced the end of his reign and the capture of the city in what? The summer of 586 BC. Accession counting was the rule for most, but not all, in the king of Judah, whereas non-accession countings was rule for most, but not all of the kings of Israel. So like I said, the main part of this, as you can see with the highlight, is the month of Tammuz, and they wanted to make sure that this wasn't up for debate because that would give them the solidify, solidify them, as being legit because they're falling under these dates. Like I said, Julius Caesar, July, June, July. So we see Augustus, August. So we understand, through that. And like I said, you can look up July and the holidays and most of them, worldwide holidays, and you will notice that it's always gonna be this revolutionary overtone between, the months of June and July. The Babylonian chronicles allow the fairly precise dating of the capture of Jetchian and the start of Zedekiah's reign. And they also give the accession year of Nebuchadnezzar's success. Amel Merduk, right? Evil Merdex as 561 BC, which was the 37th year of Jochin's capture according to 2 Kings 25:27. These Babylonian records related to Joshin's reign are consistent with the fall of the city in 587, but not in 586, does support an Albright state. Nevertheless, scholars who assume that Zedekiah's reign should be calculated by accession reckoning continue to adhere to the 586 date, right? So then we got, according to the Book of Mormons, right, a religious text in the Latter-day Saints movement. Zedekiah had a son named Molech who escaped death and traveled across the oceans to the Americas, where he founded the Molechite nation. The Molechites later merged with another Israelite splinter group, the Nephilites, and formed one nation which retained the Nephilites' name. Right? So this is according to the Book of Mormons. A religious text, by Latter-day Saints movements, right? Zedekiah had a son, right? Melech. So just so we understand, how this system, continues on. Now I got one more page of this, right? And this is very important. Right, because now we get into the meat and potatoes. Remember when I said, the feminine symbol. Now, by the way, you might not know this is a sexual symbol right here. The crown representing the woman and the cross representing the man. So, what do you call it? What do you call them? The, Knights Templars, right? So Zedekiah, whose name at birth was Matush, right? Matanyahu, was the third of Joseph's 4 sons. His three brothers were Eliakim, born 634 BCE, Shalom, born 633 BCE, and Johanna, Hamatal, the daughter of, mind you, daughter of Jeremiah, daughter of Jeremiah of Labanath, was mother of Mattu and his younger brother Shalem, while Zebelitha, the niece of Pedir, was mother of Elik. So now we seeing this feminine connection. Shalem succeeded Jashum as king of Judah under the name Zahir. Shalom was succeeded by Ekelim under the name Jakim. Jakim was succeeded by his own son Jochian. Nebuchadnezzar II disposed Joachim, and installed his uncle Mattu on the throne under the name Zedekiah. Zedekiah was the last king of Judah before the kingdom was conquered by Babylon and the people exiled, So we see, again, this feminine connection, because as they tell you, it was through these women, that they were able to, reestablish or maintain their identity, because, it was going through the feminine. They was basically breaking the rules. So when you hear, the woman is the original God and all of that, this is stuff that is implemented now. This is not the original, So, anybody who wants to keep believing that's on them, but I'm going to keep giving you the facts to prove that's all bogus. Nonetheless, I'm Juice Wanna. Let me change my background here. And this is just Satanic Daydreams, the awakening, where, we are out to give you this esoteric truth, this hidden knowledge, and make it known so that way you have a fighting chance to know what is taking place. Don't forget, hit the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live, a new content is uploaded. And by the way, don't forget to check out my book, Street Skelzy, Knock 'Em Out the Box, which is available on Amazon Books. It's about two brothers on opposite sides of the law who must team up in order to find their father's killer or killers. Now, I also have another book called Freemasonry and Yanni Worship, which is basically covering the subjects we talk here, but just in a more condensed form, And so you can check that out if you want. I'm really not doing much promotion for it now until I want to get a cover made. I want to resize it, stuff like that. So, I'm just letting you know it's there, for anybody who just want to support it immediately, or you can wait and, I'll let you know when it'll be up and running, full-fledged. By the way, you can hit the link, check out, my shop and all of those type of things, so you can support the channel in that way, because ain't no robbery and fair exchange. Until next time, peace, we out.